Tesla's stock has been trading sideways and may be tested soon. As you can see from this chart, that Tesla has been trading sideways for some time now, since the 10th of July, about a month ago, even though it spiked about 1,600 and some fraction sometime in July as well. Okay, so this came to our notice. The test that Tesla might face soon came to our notice by this piece written on SeekingAlpha, and the author is Bill Mora, and his summary is that shares could test 50-day moving average in coming weeks. New mass market EVs about to launch. Tesla could cut prices. Still waiting on S&P 500 news, possible billionaire tax. So this is the 50-day moving average here, and you can see it's currently traded. Yesterday, the 10th of August, it closed at 1,419, and the 50-day moving average is at 1,249. Okay, let's see what you can see below here. Okay, it has reset, but that is the sort of thing that can happen within a day. It can test that within a day. There's a chance that can happen. Okay, let's continue with the piece we were covering here. Tesla has been one of the market's biggest winners so far this year, while shares have pulled back about 20% from their all-time high. Current investors are certainly happy with the stock's longer-term trajectory. With less than 5 months left in 2020, the company and its shares have some major tests coming up. Okay, and he looked at them here. Time for some real competition. The second half of 2020 is what we are in the moment, so that many electric car enthusiasts have been waiting for. So this is according to him, this second half of the year 2020 is the period vehicle enthusiasts have been waiting for. The Polestar 2 has started deliveries in Europe, with Volkswagen's ID3 set to hit the road next month. Ford's Mustang Mach-E is scheduled to hit streets later this year, while Xpeng, NIO, and many other Chinese companies are launching several new EVs in that country. It is against this notion of rising competition that Tesla looks for perhaps its largest sequential quarter jump in vehicle deliveries. Q2's price cuts will be in effect for a full quarter, and prices have also been cut for the Model Y and the made in China Model 3 long range version during Q3. The company has also unveiled a leasing program for the Model Y in the US and Canada, as well as Model 3 leasing. It's also not out of the question to see another round of international price cuts, thanks to the US dollar's sharp pullback recently, seen in the dollar currency index below here. At the moment, street analysts think Tesla will come up well short of its 500,000 unit delivery guidance for the year. Based on current estimates and some projections, it will seem the average analyst's revenue forecast for Q3 and Q4 only implies the company delivers about 452,000 vehicles for the year, with about 124,500 coming in Q3. This quarter's figure will still be a record quarter for the company, but would make hitting yearly guidance extremely difficult. The coronavirus strike again. Tesla's second quarter production was hampered significantly by factory shutdowns, primarily in Fremont, due to the coronavirus. The company was involved in a legal battle with its home county, Alameda, and Elon Musk had workers go back against local health leaders' wishes. Another factory shutdown would obviously be detrimental to production, especially as the Model Y continues to ramp up to more meaningful levels. Okay, and then the other one is investors hoping for S&P 500 inclusion. One of the major reasons for the stock's rally this year was the potential for the stock to join S&P 500 index. And so he covered this potential there. He wrote it there, detailing how the company needed a GAAP profit in Q2 to meet all necessary eligibility criteria. Tesla did in fact produce positive net income for the period, so now it's just a waiting game. There aren't any set timelines for when the S&P 500 announces changes, so it's not like we can see news will come at the end of a certain week, month, or quarter. The committee makes changes as necessary, and Tesla doesn't necessarily have to be added. We know that E-Trade Financial ETFC will be leaving the index later this year if its pending acquisition of Morgan Stanley goes through. So that's one example of a component that will need to be replaced in time. Major test technical, with Tesla shares haven't taken off. They really haven't had a major test on a technical basis recently. That, however, seems likely to change, and it could come as early as this week if shares decline enough. Like as we indicated, the difference, it closed at 1,419, and this simple moving day average for 50 days is 1,239. It's something that can just happen as we are even making this video. It's saying that it's something that has not happened in a number of months. Okay, so this short-term trend line did rise by a little more than $65 last week, so it will likely be around 1,300 by the end of this week. When Tesla shares dipped below this technical indicator in March, they did not bottom until they were about $300 lower. Basically, the 200-day moving average, the purple line here in their chart, and we have it as this one here. This would I call that orange? It's at 741. Basically, the 200 the purple line, that was during the major market decline, and that drop was as much was a much larger percentage move. Okay, what did he say? They did not bottom until they were about 300 lower. Basically, the 200-day moving average, purple line. Okay, if the shares can stay above the 50-day, it's possible that a new breakout could occur and shares could retest their all-time highs. If shares can't hold their shorter-term trend line, a pullback to the longer-term line will be really painful. A potential major Elon Musk sale. Okay. Only doing so. Okay. Last week, Senator Bernie Sanders, a few colleagues involved the bill that would tax large gains made by billionaires during the coronavirus. Okay. And then these are his final thoughts as we move into the quieter part of the quarter for Tesla. The company and stock will face some key tests coming up. While competition is set to jump in the coming months, management could help drive demand in international markets via price cuts thanks to a weaker dollar. We're also waiting to see if the stock is added to the S&P 500, but without inclusion in the near term, a test of the 50-day moving average could come soon. Finally, Elon Musk could be on the book for a huge tax bill, likely resulting in a massive sale of Tesla shares. Okay, we'll definitely include this link for you to look up, and if we have to continue with the chart, it's definitely trading below the 200 moving day average, the 20-day moving average. The 20-day moving average is at 1,497, as you can see up there, and it has definitely lost momentum. You can see the MACD has dipped down, crossed over the signal line. It's now approaching the lower part of that spectrum. Even the RSI is right on 50. You can just probably call it 50.1. So that's how things are looking as it concerns Tesla. And what sort of short interest are we looking at here? You can see we have put call ratio of 1 yesterday, and that is an indication that there's the same number of puts are also trading as against those of calls, and short interest is 6.9%. It may be different. And then the some news headlines today has it that its rival NIO beat second quarter sales estimates and shares rise. Okay, let's see if we can see what the short interest on Tesla is. Okay, the short interest is 8.6%, 8.63%. It will take less than a day's trade to affect that. Even at that, it's still something. It's about what is its market capitalization. Its market capitalization is 264 billion. So we're talking about $26 billion worth of buying power. So it's not in as much as the figure is only 8.6%, and if all of them have to be closed, it will just be a day's rally. But it is still something, still something. It's not insignificant. So well, see if this pullback and the sideways movement Tesla has had of late has demonstrated enough stability for you, a cool off from the volatility that started to the momentum that started to occur from the 26th of June and reach its peak on the 21st of on the 20th of July. If you think that its performance since the 24th of July, which is mostly sideways movements, is enough for you, and then in addition to all that is going on with the company and everything, including the short interest, if you think that's enough for you to jump in, or ignore or watch, you decide. So we'll do our best to continue to provide you with more and more information as we come about them. Thank you very much for watching this video, and don't fail to subscribe to our channel if you have not done so, and hit the notification bell as well. Thanks.